How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people? First and foremost, my name is Vquez, and I'm one of the IML TV educators on the Web Analyzer channel, as well as binary options, high frequency Forex. So what I'm going to do in this particular video is I'm going to show you exactly how to work my favorite strategy, which is a strategy I developed to basically trade, all right, to take advantage of quick opportunities, which is called the SimpleScalper. I'm going to show you exactly how to work, all right, this strategy and how to basically activate the template on the Web Analyzer. In addition, we also have power trade alerts. So I'm going to show you how to really take advantage of this. First and foremost, what I want you to do is I want you to start on the 4-hour chart. Okay, no matter what currency pair you may be looking at or cryptocurrency pair you may be looking at, what you're going to do is you're going to start on a 4-hour chart and you are going to do your SRTs. What are SRTs? Support, resistance, and trend lines. So if you need to learn a little bit more about that, I suggest you go to IMLacademyonline.com and just log in with your IML credentials so you can learn the basics. So you're basically going to do your SRTs on the 4-hour chart, and right after that, you're going to do your SRTs on the 15-minute chart, which will give you an opportunity to add some additional SRTs, support, resistance, trend lines, and fix up some of the SRTs that you did on the larger time frames. Okay, now what you're going to do as well is you're going to make sure that the strategy is set to SimpleScalper. Now the cool thing about the Web Analyzer is you can literally select from multiple strategies, but this video is going to go over basically my SimpleScalper strategy. Save settings and reload. You can also switch to the light or dark theme. So we're going to keep it in the dark theme here. Okay, so if you're having difficulties doing your basic SRTs, so on and so forth, then what you can do is you can hide each of these, all right, indicators on the SimpleScalper template in order for you to mark up your charts. So after you've done that, after you finish doing your markups, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to unhide each of these indicators, okay? And I'm going to give you the values on them as well. So on the volume indicator, okay, I'm just going to match my green with my support lines and my uptrend lines, which is basically a bright line green. You can choose any color you want. Now, my parabolic SARs, okay, what I like to do is I like to choose a color that stands out like pink. So get into the formats, okay. Start with a pink or a purple color, make it thick, and I like to use circles, okay. And don't forget, you know, whenever you adjust any of these indicators, make sure you save as default, click OK. So that way, next time this template loads up, okay, your indicators are going to have, all right, the settings that you have set. All right, the EMA, okay, we're going to unhide this. We're going to go into the format here, click on inputs, and you're going to change this, all right, to 200. Make sure it is at 200. Okay, style, what I like to do is I like to make the line all the way thick so I know it is the 200 EMA, okay, and I like to choose, again, a color that stands out, all right, make sure you save as default and click OK. All right, last but not least, the Bollinger Bands, okay. Now, the Bollinger Bands, all right, I like to go into the style here. I'm going to style. All right, my upper bands are going to be red. My lower bands are going to be green. And these colors are basically going to match up with my resistance lines and also my support lines. The middle line is going to be white for me. And once again, make sure that you save as default, click OK. Okay, so these are why I use some of these indicators on this template. All right, number one is the Bollinger Bands, okay? 90% of the time, price is between the top and the bottom Bollinger Band. 10% of the time, it is outside of the Bollinger Bands, which are the strongest reversal indications, okay? So whenever you see price outside of the bottom band, okay, or outside of the top band, those are pretty much the strongest confirmations of potential reversals, okay? Then we go to the EMA. Being that it's set at 200, it's going to serve a dual purpose, okay? So it's going to serve as a backup trend line, okay, is also going to serve as a potential signal provider. So when you see price crossing up the 200 EMA, okay, you can see how that went basically to 40 pips. When it crosses up the 200 EMA, you can take that as a signal for a buy. If price crosses down the 200 EMA, all right, let's just go back over here. Let's go all the way back. Let's see if we can get it at a point where it crosses down the 200 EMA. Okay, here's a little cross down right here. So right at the double touch, right? So when it crosses down to 200 EMA, you could take that as a signal for a sell. So remember, dual purpose, backup trend line, and potential signal provider. If it crosses up to 200 EMA, you could take that as a confirmation for a buy. If it goes down to 200 EMA, you could take that as a confirmation for a sell. Now, the parabolic SARs, just to basically explain this, all right, it's like a mini broken trend line. If the dots appear below price, it is indicating an up move. If it is above price, it is indicating a down move, basically. So that's something to pay attention to. So if you see, once again, the dots appear above price, all right, you consider that as a confirmation for a sell. Below price, consider that as a confirmation for a buy. And the volume bars are basically just a standalone indicator, which shows you bullish and bearish momentum. Bullish meaning up, bearish meaning down. Okay? So the strategy works best when we collect multiple confirmations for a buy or a sell. So before we start identifying really good opportunities, let's double click the background here and let me just show you some extra indicators. So number one, we have the RSI, the Relative Strength Index. This is going to show you where price is oversold and when price is overbought. So the settings that I have this on, okay, is set to 4 at the close. And on style, okay, I like to match the bands with my Bollinger Bands. So top band red, lower band green. I take out the background usually. You can use whatever color you want for the RSI. All right, and the upper band is set to 75, lower band is set to 25, and I have solid lines on it. So again, whenever you are adjusting, all right, your indicators, make sure you save it as default before you click OK. Now, the stochastic is also going to show us when price is overbought, when price is oversold. All right, we get into the format here on inputs. All right, we're going to change this to 533, go into style, upper band red, lower band green. All right, solid lines. You could keep 80-20 right there. And again, save as default, click OK. All right, so now let me explain how this works. So let's just say we're looking for a buy. Let me hide this volume bar right over here so you can see this. Let's say we were identifying a buy. I'm going to use a vertical line for this. Okay, here's a really good one. Price is at support. Okay, that's one confirmation for a buy. Second confirmation for a buy. Okay, price is outside of the bottom Bollinger Band. All right, so here's a little reversal starting to cross up. Look at that. Okay, now on the RSI, what we see here, okay, we see that price is oversold and it's reversing and it cross up the green line, okay, which could be a confirmation for a buy. Okay, and then over here, okay, we also see a cross up the green line. All right, if you look at the blue line, right, this cross up the green line. And that's another confirmation for a buy. So let's count these confirmations together. So stochastic, all right, that's one. RSI, second confirmation for a buy, cross up the green line here. All right, price at support, that's 3. Okay, price outside of the green Bollinger Bands, that's 4. All right, and guess what? Because we hit the volume bars, green bar, all right, that's another confirmation, that's 5. This strategy works best when we get at least 3 confirmations for a buy and a sell. So we can do the same thing on sells and collect our confirmations. But when we collect our confirmations, all right, we're going to get into some better accuracy, all right, into some better accurate positions, all right. Now, here's the beautiful thing about the web analyzer. We get signals that are being pumped over here to the left that could be used as additional sources of confirmation. So it doesn't have to be just Forex. It can also be crypto. And hey, you even can get index alerts as well. So we're covering basically every angle of trading. And what I'm really excited about is on top of the SimpleScalper strategy being on the web analyzer, the #1 strategy on the web analyzer, okay? On top of that, we are also receiving power trade alerts, SimpleScalper power trade alerts, which are incredibly powerful. So Steven have been backtesting this strategy. Okay, he's been pumping out the alerts. We've been working on this for quite a while. And these alerts are really quality based. Okay, so it's based on making sure that we get more than 3 confirmations for buyers or a sell. So how can you effectively use the power trade alerts? Well, it's actually very simple, okay? Number one, you can use this as a guide, right? So you get the power trades alerts, all right? We see, hey, look, USD/JPY. What we can do is we can just go right into USD/JPY, okay? As just a start. We go to USD/JPY, all right? It is telling us, all right, where to sell. It is telling us where to buy, right? These power trade alerts are basically doing a lot of the work for us, okay? So what we do is we use this as a guide, okay, first and foremost. So this is basically for sell. Look how this thing is just dropping, right? And it's dropping. So we got an alert on basically 110.530, and look at that right there. All right, the alert was on 110.530, and look at this working before your eyes. And the cool thing about trading binary, okay, is that you just need to be a micro pip and profit. So we can say this live right here is a working alert. All right, so really, really awesome stuff, guys. Really, really, really awesome stuff. The power trade alerts can be used basically as a guide, okay? And you can use this as an additional source of confirmations, all right? Which is really, 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 really cool. So with that said, I hope you fully take advantage of the SimpleScalper strategy template on the web analyzer on top of the power trade alerts, which we did not charge for. So this is actually a free upgrade to the IML web analyzer, and this will serve basically as a sample of what's to come with the high frequency Forex scanner. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and make sure you're involved in all the web analyzer groups, because let me tell you something, this is literally just the beginning, and 2019 is going to be your year. So I hope you're serious and not just curious. Take care, stay blessed, see you soon.